What's going on, everybody? LK here, and today I'm coming at you with another hot take. Hot take? I don't know. But I'm going to talk about GT Goku today and whether or not he's actually broken, because this has been coming up way more recently. So we've only had him out, I guess at this point, for a little bit over a month. He was out at Texas Showdown, but he wasn't allowed there. He was out at Gamo and Combo Breaker, and he was at, I believe, no. Yeah, they won. He was on the winning team for Combo Breaker. Bardock, GT Goku, Super Saiyan Goku. Now, people have been saying he's broken. A lot of people have been playing him, and the main reason I'm making this video was last week at House of Crack, apparently 6 sets in a row or something, people were playing GT, and people were like, he's broken, he's going to be on every team, this game is devolving, blah, blah, blah. I watched those sets, and it led me to make this video. I don't actually think he's broken. I think he's really good. And as a disclaimer, I've been playing him pretty heavily for the past 2 weeks. So I still have my main squad of Bardock, Trunks, Yamcha, but I also have the squad on the right, Bardock, GT, Yamcha, which I've been considering and trying out in tournaments as a counterpick team. So I think I have a pretty decent grasp of where he's actually at. So one thing is, and this kind of brings me back to the last video, hot take video I made, is the discourse on this game is extreme. So basically, when people talk about things in this game, whether things are good or bad, they only talk about them in the most extreme sense. So it's either outright broken or it's terrible and not worth using. And I'm the type that looks for the application and stuff of things, so what this means to me is if something's just broken or just not broken, then you have no option to play it or not play it. I don't really think it works that way. When you do that, you ignore the more subtle points of the character. Trunks is a great example because a lot of people don't play him because he doesn't have a 2L low, but he actually has a lot of strengths, and he has helped me a lot since I switched to him, and I think he's a very good character. As far as the defense thing, this came up too, where I never said Reflect was broken, I just said it was a very very defensive tool, and people were like, but if it whiffs, you die! I'm like, yeah, but if you hit them with the Reflect and punish, then they die too. It's a very flat, it's a high risk, high return, it's very flat. There's not that many things in, like, defensively where, like, the return is high. It's usually that, like, the risk is high, but you, like, get out, or the risk is low, but you just, like, are still blocking but not getting hit. That's usually how defense works. As far as GT, right now people are calling him broken, so let's look at him. GT is basically what I thought he was going to be from playing him. He is just really good. He's just a really good character. I don't think he's that broken, and the main reason is he is a very good support. People are pretty much playing him for 2 reasons. He's a good support, and he has level 3. So he has this assist, which is very good, and he has this level 3, which, Bardock, please get hit. I'm a terrible person at this game, but anyway, this level 3 is what people have wanted for a long time. People have wanted this back. Despite them taking it out of the game from many characters, despite people saying they don't like it, they do like it. He has a 2L low, he has Spear Bomb, and he has this assist. Those are his super strong points. Now, the reason why people really hate him, though, is probably more than anything else, the assist is 1. The assist is number 1. Because with the assist, you stop a lot of characters neutral, but also a lot of people's neutral. So by characters, it's actually not that many. For me, I have like maybe 6 characters I would say GT's assist is really strong against. But as far as play styles, that is many people in the game like doing this style of wait for you, float neutral, or they basically sit here, they wait, they fire Key Blast if they have a good one, and then when you get close, so when you get around here, they super dash at you or do something random that you have to just pick to wait for or maneuver around or something. So depending on your team, this could be very difficult to play against. With GT, he stops it with the press of a button. 2, of course, is the level 3. Okazama level 3s are really good because you get... the easiest way to put this is that slide down is good, but the defender has a ton of options. Okazama level 3 is... this is a really bad way to set it up, right? But when you get this style of level 3, they can't change their wake-up timing, so the guessing game is really flat. And you can't reflect cross-ups if he could cross you up. So it's a very stressful situation, and he does do a lot of damage. His damage is also good. This goes into he is good when he touches you, because in my head, his assist is good, and he's good if he touches you. So it still lines up. When he touches you, he's really good. Excuse me, he's really, really good. He gets Spirit Bomb into Dragon Rush into Super and stuff like that. And the other thing is pressure. So it's... twofold with him. One, people just don't like blocking for a long time, even when characters don't have mix-up. In his case, he does have very good mix-up. In the corner, you know, he has this. And mid-screen, it depends on what your assist is, whether or not he can do this into high-low, or whether or not he has like a left-right mix-up or something that he can do. But his block strings are kind of artificially long, because he has not only extra normals, but he has this... As an aside, I really hate characters who have, like, punching. Because it's just like, they hit one button, they're punching you 5 times. His 5LL is legitimately really good. It's good against hard cancels, and it's just a long duration. And the other part of his block string that people hate is that. They really, really hate that, because generally in this game, actually to make an even better... Okay. To make an even better string, generally in this game, once you get to there... Once you get to that 2M, usually you don't have to worry about lows anymore. So the standard defense, not standard, but a lot of people will be standing, mashing reflect, mashing their DP after the low. So the fact that he has another low to enforce his offense a little bit longer, people don't like because they're gonna get hit by it because you do have to stand to do the reflect. As you can see there, it would take a really fast input for you to reflect and then go back to down back. So all the things he really has comes from touching you or using the assist, right? The assist is a very, very good assist, and his pressure stuff and mix-up is good, but he has to touch you. In my opinion, the weakness, probably his lowest point, is neutral, because he doesn't have a full-screen key blast, which is pretty important. Bardock is a character who I feel like he has no reason to have this. He already has this, and he already has like that. If you dash, it goes full screen too. So. Like, yeah, if you dash with GTs, it reaches full screen, but it's also much slower than Lariat. It's much slower than Lariat. He has this, which is pretty good. This jump light is really good. It hits super dash. But besides that, you know, he doesn't really have a good way to approach without a beam unless you use this plus assist to get it, which costs a bar. And you can move around it. So his neutral is pretty linear without a beam, and when he's by himself, he honestly, I think, struggles in neutral, and you have to just kind of run and play passive, which at least some mixed results in this game. So another thing I want to talk about too is character combinations, because that always falls in line. So I think, in essence, he is an amazing support character. He is a top tier support character. He supports pretty much everybody, but he's not supported by that many characters is the issue, which is why instead of making this my main team, because if he was truly broken, I would just make him my main team and I would drop Trunks, but I do not think he's super broken or anything. I think he's just very good. The example I want to use here is literally Bardock GT, because one, you'll probably see it some more. Of course, Goichi was running it, and I'm using it as counter pick. So in this case, GT supports Bardock a lot because, yeah, Bardock has this. Yeah, Bardock has this. But basically, GT gives you a non-committal medium Rebellion Spear that you get mix-ups off of the blockade. It's really good. It's really good. It's really good. They can sit in the dead zone, but that involves challenging Bardock on the ground, which we all know you can't do. But on the other hand, what does Bardock give GT? Bardock doesn't really give GT anything outside of the normal stuff. But okay, you could super dash called Bardock. That's really good. Any character can super dash called Bardock. Yamcha can super dash called Bardock. Trunks can super dash called Bardock. What does Bardock specifically give GT to help him? He gets Orb. He gets Orb to get in plus Bardock, but with Yamcha, it's way better than with Yamcha and with Bardock. And all the stuff I thought of to do with Yamcha. So, for example, like from around here, you could do like this kind of thing or something. Bardock assist doesn't go far enough to do any of that stuff. So Bardock doesn't really help GT that much. You pretty much get the standard push assist, like I got over you, I'm going to call him. So he doesn't really give GT extra stuff. He only gives GT stuff when you actually get to point blank range. As far as GT neutral tools, like again, this of course, you know, it literally tracks, but for example, this move people really don't like. People don't like this move. Just treat it like Vegeto's 5L with it. You can super dash at it. He pretty much has to kind of float around you and rely on being small and hard to catch. And that goes more to how your team is built, whether or not you can catch air opponents. Because going back to one of my original points, that's why people don't like this assist. Because they can't jump and float around. You either, if you avoid the dead zone, you can't move anymore, right? Like you're still in that defined spot or a moving enemy. If you wait on the ground, I'm Bardock. If you block this in the air, then you have to block either pressure or mix-up depending on the character. It's really good. So all in all, I think he is a top-tier character. He's definitely a top-tier support, a super top-tier support. But I don't think he is broken. You could say something is very good without saying it's broken. Broken means everyone has to play it. Everyone has to play it. I don't think everyone has to play GT. The combinations I think you'll see with GT long term will be GT Yamcha and GT Beams. Those are the best combinations I think for him. Because GT Beams, it should be obvious. If his neutral is not that great, then the beam makes up for it. And then Yamcha, you get to play like a Gotenks-esque style neutral, and he gets mix-ups with Yamcha from anywhere, which is really good. So besides that, I think that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. What's up, y'all? I hope you enjoyed that video. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I have a video in the corner here and in the other corner and probably in a third corner too with videos related to this type of topic between strategy, critical thinking, tutorials, etc. So if you want more beginner, intermediate, and high-level fighting game content, then click these videos and make sure to subscribe. Thanks a lot.